We had that breaking news out of Brazil. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely joining me now. Bill, you were just there in May. You reported extensively in Brazil. You were trying to alert us and the rest of the world to what you were seeing. And now the president, Bolsonaro, a close Trump ally, testing positive.
Yes, and I think since Boris Johnson tested positive and he was in intensive care, and of course now he is okay, I think this is the most high-profile leader in the world to test positive. And how ironic that it is Jair Bolsonaro, a man who right from the very beginning has downplayed the virus. He called it a cold or a little flu, and now he has tested positive. Interestingly, he made the announcement in the classic Bolsonaro way. He was actually wearing a mask, something he doesn't normally do, but he said to the assembled press corps in Brasilia, I'm well normal. I even want to take a walk around here, but I can't due to medical recommendations. It started off that he had a fever. Then on Monday, yesterday, he told Brazilians that his lungs were clear, whatever that means. But today, just in the last hour, he has announced that he is positive for coronavirus. Of course, probably no one else in the world, Andrea, has been as much of a COVID denier as Jair Bolsonaro. When he was first asked, when the death toll in Brazil passed 5,000, what do you think of this? He said, so what? He has said it's a little flu or a cold. And he said because he used to be an athlete, that it would be no problem for him. Well, we now wait to see what happens, because simply having a fever and testing positive initially, of course, Andrea, is only the beginning of this. And he has perhaps many days, maybe many weeks to see how this disease affects his body. And interestingly, one of the final things that he did on July 4th was that he had lunch with the US ambassador to Brazil in Brasilia. And he was even pictured with his arm around the US ambassador. None of them were wearing masks. So I imagine the US ambassador to Brazil will also be tested now. And of course, Brazil has one of the most horrendous rates in the world, second only to the US in numbers of cases and in numbers of deaths. And Jair Bolsonaro, for the last few months, has been, not just a COVID denier in the sense that he doesn't believe that the disease, is as much as anyone says, but also just in urging people to ignore social distancing, to ignore the lockdown, to get back to work. And indeed, when I was there, at least half the people that I spoke to were listening to him, and they weren't listening to the governors and the mayors who were telling people, look, this is dangerous, lockdown. So how ironic that Jair Bolsonaro, president of Brazil, has now tested positive for coronavirus. Andrea?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.